What's up, everyone? Today, we're taking you on a journey across Arkansas to visit 15 towns facing some of the toughest challenges in America. We're not just looking at empty buildings, we're meeting the people, hearing their stories, and seeing what it's really like to live in a struggling community. From lost jobs to shrinking populations, we're diving into the real issues these towns face and the hope that still survives. Stick with me through all 15 towns because the last one will truly surprise you. If you want more videos that dig into stories like this, hit that subscribe button now. It helps us keep making content that matters. Let's get started. First stop, Eudora, in the southeast corner of Arkansas. The population here has plummeted, and jobs have vanished as agriculture became mechanized and industries left. Main Street is lined with boarded-up businesses, and the old movie theater is just a shell. Young people leave for opportunities elsewhere, leaving behind a shrinking, aging community. The poverty rate is more than double the national average, and many live in homes that are falling apart. Yet, those who stay fight to keep their schools and churches alive, holding on to a sense of community against the odds. Eudora is a stark reminder of the deep divides in America. Now we're in Helena, West Helena, a city with a divided identity and massive problems. Unemployment is sky high, and the infrastructure is crumbling. Bridges and roads are in desperate need of repair. The city can't fund basic services, and community centers struggle to stay open. Whole blocks are abandoned, creating a sense of decay and hopelessness. Residents feel forgotten, with limited access to fresh food, underfunded schools, and a hospital on the brink. Despite a rich history, people here are fighting just to be noticed, and to keep their city alive. The spirit is strong, but the struggle is overwhelming. In Dermot, the biggest concern is the future of their schools. With a shrinking population and low tax base, teachers buy supplies out of pocket, and students face the stress of poverty. Local businesses are vanishing, turning the town into a food desert and leaving families with few options. When schools struggle, families leave, and the cycle continues. Community pride is strong. Fundraisers and cleanup efforts show people care. But pride alone can't fix leaky roofs or bring in new businesses. Dermot is holding on, but desperately needs a lifeline. The resilience here is inspiring, but the reality is tough. In Marianna, nearly half the residents live below the poverty line. Opportunities are scarce, and young people dream only of leaving. Many homes are barely livable, with families doing their best despite crumbling conditions. Basic repairs are a luxury, and the economic crisis is visible everywhere. Yet, there's hope. A community garden run by volunteers provides fresh food and a sense of purpose. We have to save ourselves, one tomato at a time, a local told us. That spirit is what keeps Marianna going. Osceola's story is all too familiar. Once a thriving industrial hub, now reeling from the loss of its steel mill. The closure wiped out jobs, businesses, and the town's identity. Families left, the tax base shrank, and essential services suffered. The abandoned steel mill looms as a reminder of what was lost. Efforts to attract new industries are ongoing, but recovery is slow and uncertain. The people here haven't given up, but the scars run deep. Osceola is a lesson in the dangers of relying on a single industry. The path forward is long, but hope remains. Blytheville was once booming, thanks to agriculture and a massive Air Force base. When the base closed, thousands left overnight, crashing the housing market and gutting local businesses. The population has been shrinking ever since, leading to cuts in services and school closures. Vacant lots and abandoned homes are everywhere. The decline of agriculture and industry has only made things worse. The city is fighting for new investment, but replacing what was lost is a monumental task. Residents are tough, but they're living with the consequences of decisions made far away. Blytheville's struggle is ongoing. In Camden, the story is about families forced to leave for better opportunities. Once a boomtown, now parents watch their children and grandchildren move away. The loss of young families drains the town's energy and future. Schools, sports leagues, and churches all feel the impact. Efforts to attract tourism and support small businesses are underway, but it's an emotional struggle. The people who remain are loyal and hopeful, but rebuilding without the next generation is a daunting challenge. Camden is a town full of people who miss their kids. Brinkley sits on a major interstate, but it's fighting just to maintain basic services. The city's budget is stretched thin, forcing tough choices about road repairs, police pay, and keeping public spaces open. Declining population and business closures mean less tax revenue, while costs keep rising. Residents see their services eroding. Cracked roads, aging parks, slower emergency response. Frustration is high, but people are doing their best to hold the community together. Brinkley's struggle is about survival, not growth. The foundation is cracking, but the fight goes on. Forest City faces generational poverty and a lack of investment. High crime, limited healthcare, and under-resourced schools are daily realities. The downtown is a ghost town, with empty storefronts and no places for young people to gather. Many residents work low-wage jobs that barely cover basic needs. Community activists are working to attract new businesses and create positive programs for kids, often with little support. They believe in Forest City's potential, but the challenges are immense. Real change will require major outside investment. The fight for a better future continues. Stuttgart is built on rice farming, but that foundation is now shaky. Farmers face soaring costs and low prices, making it harder to survive. When farmers struggle, the whole town feels it. Equipment dealers, banks, restaurants all suffer. Tourism helps during duck hunting season, but it's not enough. The town is proud of its heritage, but that same heritage now threatens its future. Farmers who once fed the world are struggling to feed their own families. Stuttgart is searching for a way forward. Newport is fighting back against decline with a determined push to revitalize its downtown. Community leaders have restored historic buildings, recruited new businesses, and created a spark of life. There's optimism, but also tension. Unemployment is still high, and many neighborhoods are struggling. The new jobs don't pay as well as the old ones, and the revitalization is fragile. Still, Newport is a test case for whether a small town can reinvent itself. The spirit here is inspiring, and for the first time, it feels like real change is possible. Newport is giving it everything it's got. The outcome is still uncertain. McGehee has faced both economic decline and devastating natural disasters. Tornadoes and floods have destroyed homes, and many residents couldn't afford to rebuild. Each disaster pushes more people to leave, making recovery even harder. Damaged buildings sit abandoned, and the city struggles to repair what's broken. The community comes together after every storm, showing incredible resilience. But living with constant vulnerability is exhausting. McGehee's fight is against both nature and economic hardship. In Dumas, access to healthcare and education is the biggest challenge. The local hospital is barely hanging on, and residents fear losing their only emergency care. Recruiting doctors and teachers is tough, and specialized care is hours away. Schools struggle with funding and isolation, making it hard to offer quality programs. This lack of basic services drives families away and deters new investment. Dumas is caught in a cruel paradox, needing investment to improve, but unable to attract it without better services. The cycle is hard to break. Lake Village sits on the stunning Lake Chicot, but beauty hasn't saved it from decline. The town has tried to attract tourists and new businesses, but its remote location and shrinking population are major hurdles. Local businesses struggle to survive outside of peak tourist season. Each closure makes the town less attractive to visitors and investors. Residents love their home, but feel frustrated by the inability to turn natural beauty into economic stability. Lake Village is a beautiful trap, full of potential, but hard to unlock. The challenge is finding a way to thrive year-round. Our final stop is Clarendon, a town that's faced every challenge on this journey. By all rights, it should be a ghost town, but it's not. The people here are the reason why. We met an elderly shop owner who keeps her doors open as an act of hope. Community events bring everyone together, reinforcing a sense of shared identity. They know the odds, but refuse to give up. Hope in Clarendon is stronger than despair. You can feel it in every conversation. This town is proof that a community is more than buildings. It's the people who refuse to let it die. As long as they hold on, there's always a chance. That was 15 towns, stories of hardship but also of hope and resilience. These aren't forgotten places, they're communities full of fighters who deserve to be seen and heard. If these stories moved you, please subscribe and share this video. It helps us keep telling stories that matter. The more people who understand what's happening in places like Eudora and Clarendon, the better the chance for change. Start a conversation, share this story, and help make a difference. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.